Welcome to Mini Maya Club. Today we are going to learn how to crochet 33,000 scarf. This scarf is mainly composed of unit flower pieces and mesh parts. I used wire Susu's Meranti No. 6 and 4.0mm crochet. So let's start with the unit flower weaving. Most straight lines, ring starter, crochet through the ring to bring the thread out. Another lock needle acts as a stand-up needle for the short needle. Knit 12 short needles inside the ring. Insert the needle and bring the thread out. Winding welded through 2 coils. This forms a V shape for a short needle. Knit 12 short needles in the ring in the same way. It's woven into this little V shape. We call it a needle eye. Here we crocheted 12 short needles. So there are 12 needles. Tighten the coil. When we pull it, we will see a wire moving. We're going to pull this wire. When he pulls, he will tighten the other coil again. Finally, pull all the coils and tighten this thread for him. Crochet a lead needle in the first short position. Can't find the little friend with the first short needle? Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 11, 12. The 12th one is with me. For the first needle, add the line and bring it out. Complete a lead pin, then 7 locking pins. The stitch, where the 7 locking pins are located, is the first stitch. Crochet twice, insert the needle here in the second needle, bring the line out, winding passes through the first 2 coils. Winding passes through the last 2 coils, winding passes through the last 2 coils, and then we crochet 1 very long stitch. Then plug a lock pin, crochet twice, insert the needle at the next needle. Bring the line out, complete a long needle, then 3 locking pins, a long needle. The upright needle in front counts as a long needle. Next, crochet 11 long needles. There are 3 locking needles spaced between each 2 long needles. Each short needle in the previous circle is hooked with a long needle. The 11th long needle crochet is completed, and crocheted 3 lock needles. Crochet a lead needle over the first 7, upright needles here on the 4th upright needle, 1234 at this location. You can also count from here. This one here corresponds to this long needle, and this is the needle of the long needle 1234. We're on the 4th needle. Needle insertion, go through this V shape, pick up the 2 V-shaped lines, crochet it through, bring the line out. So we've done a lead, and we pull the needle forward. 4 lock pins, crochet twice. Here we are crocheting 5 long unfinished needles. You run the wire, you run the 2 coils. So this is a long unfinished needle. Crochet twice around the thread into the needle to bring the thread out. Winding passes through 2 coils. Winding passes through the last 2 coils. 2 unfinished long needles, crocheted 5 in the same way. Our 4 upright pins count as 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with 1 facing up needle. There are 6 pillars here. Winding passes through all coils on the crochet at once, 6 lock pins. There are 6 pillars here. Winding passes through all coils on the crochet at once, 6 lock pins. We call this flower shape the early type needle with 6 long needles, 6 braid needles spaced in the middle. Then crochet a 6-pin long needle under each of the 3 needles, 12 crocheted in total. Knitting 6 unfinished changsha needles. We have 7 coils on our crochet. Wrap through 7 coils on the crochet at a time, then 6 locking pins. So this is a complete jujube needle with 6 or 6 long needles. According to this date-shaped needle crochet method, we will complete the remaining 10 date-shaped needles. Build 6 braid needles in the middle of each 2 jujube needles. Finish knitting 12 jujube needles with 6 needle long needles. After weaving the last jujube needle, we set up 3 lock needles. Winding a long needle over the mesh of the first early needle. This big needle on the styling needle. Insert the needle from here, bring the line out. Winding passes through 2 coils. Winding passes through the last 2 coils. So we have created a long needle. 4th circle 7 lock pins. Crochet 5 long needles under this long needle, 2 locking pins. Knit a short needle through the holes of the bottom 6 locking needles. 7 locking pins. Next, the middle of the 2 jujube needles. Crochet a short needle through the hole of the 6-pin lock needle. 2 locking pins. Next 2 jujube needles, 6 lock. Needles in the middle, 5 long needles crocheted. Below, 4 locking pins, same location. Continue crocheting 5 long needles, 2 locking pins. The middle of the next 2 styling needles, a short needle, 7 lock pins, a short needle in the middle of the next 2 jujube needles, 2 locking pins, the middle of the next 2 jujube needles, 5 long needles, 4 locking pins, 5 long needles in the same position. So we've got 2 corners, then 2 locking pins, below 2 finding pins, 6 locking pins in the middle, and a short needle below, 7 locking pins. Next hole, a short needle, 2 lock pins, 1 hole under it, 5 long needles, 4 lock pins, 5 long march in the same location, 2 locking pins, the hole below, a short needle, 7 lock pins next hole, a short needle, 2 locking pins. Start crocheting 4 long needles through this hole with 5 long needles. At the beginning of the 7-pin upright needle, the 3rd pin, upright pin position lead connection, it is made up of 4 sides and 4 corners. 5th circle 3 lock pins. Under the 4 lock pins at the corner, a long needle first. 4 lock pins, same location. 3 long needles, 5 long needles for the top. Hook a long needle on each, 5 lock pins. A short needle in this large hole formed by 7 braided needles in the middle. 5 locking pins, hook a long needle on each of the 5 long needles in the previous line. Under the 4 lock pins at the corner, 3 long needles, 3 long needles. Hook a long needle on each of the 5 long needles in the next circle, corner position, 3 long needles, 4 lock needles, 3 long needles. The position of the long needle continues to hook the long needle. The middle part, 5 lock needles on the left and right sides of the long needle, and a short needle are crocheted under the 7 lock needles. Take a picture like this, hook the circle and weave it to the end of the circle. Crocheted 4 long needles. Pull the connection at the position of the 3rd uplift pin. Lap 6, stand 3 lock pins. Continue to crochet 1 long needle, each on the 3 long needles in the previous circle. 4 lock pin positions at corners, 2 long needles, 2 locking pins, 2 long needles, 8 long needle positions in the previous row, 1 straight crochet, 1 long needle. Purchase 3 medium and long needles under the first 5 braid needles. Crochet a long needle on a short needle in the middle. Second 5 braided needles crocheted on 3 medium and long needles. Then crochet a long needle on each of the 8 long needles in the previous circle. The 4 long needle positions in the corner. 2 long needles crocheted underneath the 4 lock needles in the corner. 2 locking pins, 2 long needles, 8 long needle positions, 1 long needle. Hook a long needle on each of the 8 long needles in the previous circle. 5 pin lock needle, 3 medium and long needles below. A long needle on a short needle in the middle. A long needle on a short needle in the middle. 5 pin lock needle, 3 medium and long needles below. According to this method, hook 2 long needles at the corner, 2 locking pins. 2 long needles in the middle. Crochet 3 medium and long needles on the front 5 lock needles. Crochet a long needle over a short needle in the middle. 3 medium and long needles crocheted on the back 5 pin lock needle. Continue to hook the long needle at the long needle position in the previous circle. Hook this circle according to the needle method. The last 4 stitches are the same as the last one. Also pull the connection on the 3rd braid pin. Crochet 12 flower pieces in the same way. We take the 12 pieces that we've woven, we give it a shape and a level, and then we sew it. When we sew, we line up the pieces like this. 12 pieces of paper we arrange in order like this. This thread is pointing in one direction. Wrap it in when you hook the short needle, 2 eyebrows facing each other, and then, heads up, find the location of our 2 lock pins. Find this needle near the left-hand side, same here, 2nd lock pin. This lock needle is divided into 1 needle on the left and right sides. Leave the thread a little longer like this. In this position, we will sew this thread twice for him to fix it. After fixing it, we pick the half wire close to the inside. This is one V shape, this is a V shape. We pick half the line in this V shape. The other one is also the same, this V shape. Pick 2 opposing half threads, do winding sutures, suture every 2 opposing pins, pull the thread evenly for winding and suturing. Our needles are 2 opposite, so you end up with the same braid needle opposite the braid needle on the opposite side. At the end of the stitching, we will straighten this fabric for it and then tidy up, put this after sorting it out. The thread goes over here twice as well. Give it, fix it after the fixing is completed. Put this thread here for it. We hide it when we tick the short needle. Place 12 pieces of paper in the same manner. Connect it. After the 12 fabrics are connected, a circle of short needles crocheted around the fabric. We insert the needle at this corner of the fabric. Bring the line out, another lock pin. Crochet 2 short needles here. Then crochet a short needle into the mesh of each long needle. Notice when we crochet to this position of the medium and long stitches, crochet from under this stitch on this side of the medium and a long needle. That's the needle in the hole at the top of the thread we see. The crochet cannot pass through. You can't enter the needle through the hole below. When knitting, we wrap the threads we encounter along the way and knit together. Weave into the fabric, put this thread on top of the crochet, and then complete a short needle so we can hide the thread in our plants. When we came across this lock pin along the way, there is a small pin in this position to the left of this lock pin. We crochet a short needle under this purpose. Because our lock needle is counted as a standing needle, so here's a short needle to crochet. then crochet normally in other locations. When crocheted to this position of sewing, we hook a short needle under this lock needle in the suture position. We're going to crochet from the right into the left. Bring the line out, complete a short needle like this. Here he will become a little flatter. At the position of the braid needle below, that is, a short needle is hooked under the second flower braid needle. Each flower piece starts by hooking the short needle of this braid needle. The position of the first long needle is to crochet one for each stitch into the needle. Short needle, when we're crocheting our stitches. Here are a few things to keep in mind. First, the 4-corner hole, the 2 corners inside, and then come back here this way, these 2 corners. Crochet 2 short needles in each corner. When encountering the position of this upright needle, you need to hook a short needle and then this short needle in our connection. Notice how well he crochets. Just follow this method and pay attention to these points. To hook the short stitches of this circle, a short needle crocheted around a flower, purchase a lead needle at the first short needle position. From here, crochet the mesh 4 lock stitches, empty wood, next masaki, a long needle, a lock pin, empty wood, a long needle, a needle, empty 1 eye and 1 needle. 1 needle is empty, 1 is a needle. According to the rule of 1 long needle, 1 lock needle, and 1 empty needle. Crochet in order on this side when we get to this corner. If there's an empty stitch here, it's already underneath, that's okay. We're gonna do another stitch down there. That is, just flatten this fabric, and we're gonna take the grid, 4 lock pins, reverse the position of the long needle, and continue to hook the long needle. There is also a lock pin spaced in the middle. A long needle, a lock pin, a long needle, a lock pin. A long needle is good, just follow this method. Crochet back and forth a lock needle, a long needle. Start with the second row of grid pins. When we got to the last stitch, after the last long stitch, a lock pin, our long needle is hooked here on the 3rd braid needle. 123 third raised braid needle here, that is, our 4 braid needles are counted as a long needle and a lock needle. It started with 4 locking pins. Okay, flip them in this order, and you continue crocheting like this, 1 long stitch down, 1 lock down back and forth. The position of the grid, I knitted 12 rows, another lock pin, disconnect. Let's crochet this decoration around the edge of the scarf. This decoration on the edge of the scarf, the front of the scarf faces up when we hook it. The words on this side are facing up. Crochet from this side of the grid, and then the words on this side are face up, and then crochet away from this position on the edge. His crochet method is the same. So here's a demonstration of his crochet method. From these 2 short needles, insert the needle here, bring the thread out of here, bring the thread out of the 14 locking pins. Sadoyama of the penultimate lock pin of the winding track. This raised horizontal line here, crochet 3 unfinished long needles. The wire is wound through the 4 coils on the crochet at a time. Then 3 locking pins, return, 3 unfinished long needles are inserted into this hole. Crochet a lead needle, and that completes a flower shape. Then 10 locking pins, come back here, we count here. This is the stitch we started, the needle 1234 of the hanging thread hooks a lead needle. At the 5th stitch, just crochet the pattern in this way, and then we have 4 stitches here, 1 pattern. It is a pattern every 4 stitches. In the position of the pattern, we are the same pattern. And there is a pillar separated here, and then insert the needle in the next column just in this way, go to the interval and tick this tassel pattern for it, tassels hooked twice. Our scarves are woven, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe us, see you next time.